Both of our fans are going to be very upset. Well, we're now on the air. So who's streaming tonight?
From across the country.
Who's streaming tonight, Mark or Sloopy?
Sloopy.
Well, we're now on the air.
Sloopy was 30 seconds from losing it.
So who's streaming tonight? Aren't we all, though? Really? I mean...
Well,
I did 3 interviews back to back today.
Tactical interviews?
Yeah, this one's up on Sacramento.
Any worth hiring?
What's that?
Any of them worth hiring?
I believe one is, yes. But just in case they might happen to be the one person listening, I'm going to keep it quiet.
What are the odds?
Hey, my buddy is Murphy.
If you pay me good and don't expect any output from me, I'll gladly work there.
Heck, you don't even have to pay me very well. Just
That's
talk
being
video.
Canadian.
I won't even show up.
Yeah. Let's put this with it. There's never really a dull moment. Wow, I've already beat my high score from last week. I think last week it was 15.
Anything else I need to do with it?
How do you make him run faster?
Double speed poke?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, okay. So we
That
only
just
get.
makes you. It also makes you die faster, but
Oh, so you only get 5 points for clearing the screen?
if you
Depends on
pick
what
up a
time you have
diamond,
left.
you get like 1 or 2
Yeah, you gotta-
hundred, maybe more.
You collecting the little diamonds. You get like if you'd gone over to the side and gotten that diamond, you would have gotten 100 points.
Oh, that one that's in the bottom row?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a timer.
And there's also random deaths.
Like that one.
Wow, that you landed on something there. There's gas clouds that just form all of a sudden out of nowhere and kill you just because, there's not enough things on the screen to kill you. So, hey, why not?
Random gas clouds. That sounds like my hand.
How do you jump over the gap?
You can't.
Oh.
You drop down and then you have to push up and hit the fire button to jump up a level.
You just push up to jump up a level. You push the button to randomly teleport on the level you're on, which 90% of the time will be exactly where your enemy is.
That's right. You don't get the points until
Until you make it to the exit.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it's one of the most frustrating games in the world.
It's a European game. What do you expect?
Well, I
Eh.
beat my high score, so I better. And I didn't. Okay. I gotta get a shot quick.
Yeah,
You
screenshot.
didn't beat Susan.
No, but I beat my last week's high score of 50.
Hardware. So, what is the way to set this up in XROR for controller? Left, right joystick.
That would be a Sloopy question.
Okay, think I got it.
Damn it, I broke a nail. This is why I shouldn't have my nails painted before I work on my TRC.
And I remember the 4P had lots of sharp edges.
Yeah, I'm on the keyboard right now. It's not too bad. I've got it lubed up, getting ready to put it back together. I'm very hopeful that I did the retro brighting on the case, which turned out pretty good. Still a couple areas I'm trying to decide if I need to re-retro bright it or not.
There, let's see.
Uh huh. The pillow you haven't washed in 10 years?
You're allergic to Missy.
This has happened before, huh? Oh. Oh, okay.
She floats back and forth. That way she doesn't get too much sloopy.
Floats like a butterfly. That's weird.
Is there a way to lower the volume of XROR?
Yes, there is.
Unplug the speaker.
Well, unfortunately, that would disconnect all of you guys.
There's a what's Sloopy? How do you lower the sound in XROR again?
TV controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use
Yeah, I think-
the Windows mixer.
I got it.
No, there is right in XROR something there you can turn the sound down.
TV controls. Yeah.
Just don't
Under hardware.
don't turn it to 0 because it thinks that's 100.
Okay. Well, we'll see how 20 goes.
I usually just turn it down to 1, which is something I was actually meaning to mention to Kieran, that if you turn the volume to 0, it thinks it's at 100.
Must be a rounding error.
Well, it's 0 to 99, so. Or at least it used to do that. I don't know. I haven't tried it in a while.
All right, so let's. Okay, so what are we? Alt? Oh, good.
Oh my God.
So next question is, did Curtis get his computer running?
Who's this Curtis you're speaking of?
I don't see him in chat.
Does he just have the one?
Oh,
It's a Mac. That's all you can afford.
Yeah, once you bought one mag, that's about all you can take.
jerk.
Who are you calling a jerk?
This jerk game, that's the jerkiest jerk that ever jerked. Just killing you randomly, instantly.
Yep. This is for the halibut.
A lot of freaking screws in this thing. Yes. I missed one.
Oh no.
WD-40 aftertaste is awful.
Have a banana.
I got a Coke.
Oh no.
No, I would have the WD-40 to wash the taste of the banana out of your mouth.
Okay. This time.
Oh, good.
Someone on eBay had a disk drive, a mini disk for the Model 100. And because I apparently need one, I bought it. Oh, don't really use the Model 100 much, but
Oh,
eBay has become a very dangerous place for my wallet.
Well, if you want to start doing some games on your Model 100, Inufuto actually does versions of most of his games for the Model 100, like this NEURAS and other games like that.
That's kind of cool.
He does just about every platform, doesn't he?
Just about. I mean, what's he up to now? About 100. He did every game he releases is for about 130 systems or so.
Is it really? Wow, I didn't know what that meant.
oh no. Oh god. Dang it.
Let me look. Oh, I lied. Sorry. It's 109 systems he's got each of his games are out for now.
Slacker. Can't even get a game out for one platform.
I watched a video of Donkey Kong on the TRS-80 Model 1. That was interesting. It works.
Yeah, I played it on an emulator. It's playable. Curtis, he must have got his computer fixed.
Well, it's running so far. I'm still gonna get one from Brian when he gets back in town.
Another Mac?
Newer one, so it won't be quite as old. This one got pounded being a server for a while. So
Dang.
So what actually happened to it?
I don't know. It was failing in the boot, like literally like 5 seconds in every time, and just spontaneously rebooting itself. So I really thought I had a hardware problem, but I did manage to get the remote network install thing that Apple has, where you can install Mac OS 10 straight from their servers based on the ROM BIOS.
Yeah.
So I went and I downloaded that, and it comes with a little disk utility. So I ran the disk utility, found a few minor issues, but nothing major. And then it did a 3-minute hardware scan and said there's no problems, at least with all my peripherals unplugged. So it suggested maybe just trying to, reformat, reinstall the OS. So I actually did that. And then I reinstalled my backup from my Time Machine backup, because I get that done hourly, basically. So I got a snapshot from Friday, and it seems to be up and running again now after doing all that. Only took all day Saturday or Sunday.
Something must have corrupted in it then.
Yeah, that's as near as I can figure. But that kind of, holds out that maybe the SSD is starting to go again, because this is the second one I've had in this machine, but the machine's 12 years old. So, yeah, once Brian ships another one, I'll probably be switching it over anyway, because I don't know if I can trust this one for much longer.
I didn't jump up there.
Yes, you did. The game never lies.
The fact that you don't get any points until you get to the bottom is a little annoying.
Among other things.
The game's mostly annoying.
Yeah.
Mostly because there's like 20 different ways you can die on each screen.
And only one way to win?
One way to get any points. Not just win, just get points.
Even score, yeah.
What killed me?
Timer.
All right.
The what killed me game.
So here's my score: 0.
That's,
Yeah.
Did you
that's
beat your
pretty
other
much
high
a
score?
thing that I think everybody that plays this game at one point or another says, "What just killed me?"
Yeah. It was either the timer or that little puffy green cloud.
Yep.
All right, there's my high score, 38.
It's not 0.
No, and it beat my score off last week.
Boy, I'd be getting rid of the guy that chooses games like this.
He's trying to get fired.
Trying unsuccessfully to get fired.
So far, yeah.
Me, I would just go to Curtis's website, start at the top, and work my way down.
This thing.
Well, I would do that too, but that Curtis, he's just so slack. He's hardly got any of the games on that website.
I did add NEURAS yesterday, though.
You did add nurse?
NEURAS or whatever you call it again.
Oh, nurse. I thought you said nurse.
That's what I thought.
Hello, nurse.
Never played that one.
Is that by the same people that made Madame Rose's Massage Parlor?
Yes, that's exactly who made that game.
Oh, so who's going to play the MC10 version?
Where's Buck Owens? He's been playing lots of MC10 games lately, so.
Oh.
Stupid game. So why do the Brits hate everybody? I don't.
Yeah, we're just the lowly colonists.
So are we.
It's their way of getting back at us. Trina says, hello, all.
Hello, Trina.
Hello, Trina.
Howdy.
Why are you not on the show here with us? What do you? Why are you just hanging out in the outside world there? Be one of us. Join us.
Assimilate. Assimilate.
One of us.
Now, what the heck am I supposed to do with this game?
Which game?
Inufuto.
Oh, you throw the cards at the other cards to make them match?
You can also stun the monster when you do that too.
It's like playing memory, but
But I only have one card.
you're holding a card right now, so you got to move away. Now fire at that card. Press the space bar.
Okay.
Ah,
So it's-
shoot.
It's like an
okay.
action version of memory. And if you look up in the very corner, you can see what card you're carrying. So, like, you're carrying the king right now. If I'm looking at your game.
Yep. And I know I have an ace down here in the corner somewhere.
Trina, there's an online emulator you can use.
Yeah, you just go to the Color Computer Archive, and all of the games have a very convenient little Play Now button that automatically just loads up a version of Xroar for you to play. An online version. So you have no excuse. Other than you just don't want to come on and be on the same stream as us, then yeah, okay. I understand that. She's got taste. She doesn't want to be on the stream with us.
Yeah, that's understandable. Ah.
Okay, I got a 480.
It's probably better that way, then you don't scare people off. I can't reach my computer right now. I have a cat sleeping on my chest.
The cat can be player 2.
Because it'd be embarrassing if he wins.
Need to figure out the way to make the cat your controller.
There you go.
So it would be a cat troller.
Or it could be something named after a Prince song that I shall not name.
Rawr.
Raspberry beret.
No.
Yes, that's what he was thinking.
Starts with a synonym for a feline, ends with control. Oh. Wait.
Oh, for. There's one of those, I wonder what killed me times.
That would be your timer.
I'm sure it has random death built in all over the place.
It does. That's the gas clouds that just randomly form all over the place.
And lasers, invisible lasers.
Well, I think the gas cloud is forming when you start walking away.
So are you creating the gas cloud?
That's kind of what I'm implying.
Too many beans.
There was the gas cloud killing Curtis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember not liking this game when I put it on the website. Bringing back
Well,
PTSD memories for me here.
it's over in one day, so
I guess you can call it a casual game. Like you only have like half a minute in the grocery lineup or something. You can have a good 5 solid games out of this by then.
yep.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, all you have to do is beat my high score of 38.
I did that already, but well, at least the lasers can kill your opponents. That's good.
Lasers.
I mean, the concept's good. It's just totally unfair.
I would definitely remove at least one of the ways that it kills you. Probably get rid of those
And-
stupid gas clouds and make the timer just a little bit longer.
Only thing that kills you
some
completely
sort of-
randomly should be gone.
Yeah,
Unless it
some
gives
sort
a
of
warning signal or something.
like the lasers make a charging sound or something.
Yeah.
Well, the lasers, they'll only fire at you if you stand still on a laser level for too long. So if you stand there, they'll shoot you. So that's not completely random.
So I may not have been killed by a laser yet.
Well, I've got 0 so far and I'm almost out of men.
Yeah.
It's the gas clouds that just randomly form as you're walking across a level that kill you, that I really hate.
That or suddenly dropping down 2 levels right onto the monster. Or you hit the teleport button and 90% of the
cat!
time it takes you right to the enemy.
Yep.
Damn it, cat! You stood right in front of my screen.
And your score went up.
Okay, what am I doing here? There.
I'm going to guess Bob's the one who's playing Jump and Joy. He got too frustrated.
I am on XRoar because I forgot my capture device, so I don't have like a controller, so I'm just sticking with keyboard games that I'm comfortable with.
Oh, okay. I was going to say NEURAS
I
actually
did-
has keyboard.
I did actually play the game of the week and submitted a score, so not tonight.
Not tonight.
I played the game tonight, but I didn't score more than 300 points.
Okay, so stage 3 means I actually got to level 3.
Yep. Yep, it does.
On Boris? That's pretty good.
No doubt.
No, on NEURAS.
Oh, okay. I think there's, what, 8 or 9 stages, Ken? I can't even remember.
Well, I made it to 10 and I died.
Oh. And it was just no repeats?
No, probably after 10 it repeats.
So you can throw a card at the ghost and it kind of stuns him for a little bit.
Yes, it does. Oh, jeez. Fucking hell, you got red. This game sucks. I said, flippin' hell, this game sucks.
That sounded more like
And that's a Canadian talking.
Yep.
That's a West Coast Canadian accent you heard there.
Flippin' hell.
You know, it's bad when a Canadian insults your game. Usually, it's, oh, sorry about your game, eh?
So sorry, eh?
I'm just sorry for those who have to play it.
Like us?
Yep.
For those about to die.
So who's got
We
the
salute
cat
you.
that's trying to through a steel plate?
That would be my cat.
Ah.
In other words, Voodoo, they can all hear you.
It's like,
Everybody
boy,
on the stream.
it's like, boy, do I know what that sound is.
Come on, you game.
Oh,
I'd say the game had potential. It just royally screwed it up.
Yeah, well, if they, like you said, if there wasn't 10 million ways that it kills you.
and only one way of living.
Alright, I need to find out what that noise is. Did you barf somewhere again?
Yes.
No? Oh. God, I hate that random death. It's so stupid.
Sounds like he's spray painting.
He's like, he's going for China.
They're making fun of you, Voodoo. Do you care? Oh, fine. I'm
Do
gonna
those,
let
do
that-
those gas clouds always appear in the same spot?
They
spots?
do, but there's like 2 spots on each level they can appear. So basically on every single level there's spots that randomly kill you with no warning.
And also an infinite number of other spots that will kill you with no warning.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole play field.
Right.
There I accomplished something. I got 13 points. Yeah, this is one of those games that did not need a timer. I don't know why people in the 80s were so infatuated with timers.
Among other things it didn't need.
They wanted quarters.
I wouldn't pay anything for this game. What are you talking about?
Pay a quarter to not play it again.
This one wouldn't even have been worth pirating.
Wow.
High praise indeed.
It wasn't worth a 50-cent floppy disk.
That's my last. I'm not getting anywhere near my first few scores, so. Duffer!
I didn't even make 20K. Well, I hope you already got your screenshot with the maximum players. I'm gonna sign out.
Okay, bye.
You want a
Cheers.
last game of Boris just for nostalgia's sake?
Um,
Come on, you can do it, Bob.
I did. Y'all missed it. It was only about 12 seconds, and yeah, so much nostalgia.
That was plenty.
All right.
It's
Cheers,
like being
everybody.
nostalgic
Good
for
night.
an axe murderer, but anyway.
Yeah,
We'll see you
right.
later.
I'm gonna go play on the freeway.
Well, playing on the freeway, you probably have a better chance of surviving than Boris.
Yeah, this would be like watching Stevie when he was playing real life Frogger that one time when he skinned his knee.
Both of the games we're playing this week have a timer.
I think one of the biggest problems with this game, another problem with the game, too, is that he moves so much slower than everything else on the screen that
Yep.
you can't get out of the way of, like, you can see that you're going to fall through 2 levels and hit something, but you can't do anything to prevent it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm done with this one.
Oh,
NEURAS City.
that's it, Sloopy. I'm not letting you choose the games anymore. I'm blaming you for this one. Oh, that stupid gas cloud. I would have had my highest score.
Speaking of gas cloud, these Bluebell ice cream bars are half the thickness they were last year.
And twice the price.
They must have switched over to metric. Now they're only 6 millimeters thick instead of half an inch.
Well, I think I will cleanse my palate after playing Boris. Some Predator.
Something
That's
fun.
high praise for a game if I've ever heard it.
Oh. So if you stun the ghost, he can't kill you.
Yeah, you can walk right over him. Das is true. Yeah. I'll put a new disk image up with both if anybody wants to grab it.
Oh, terrorists.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
There we go. Something more my speed for playing.
Talking about how travels E to Z back to button control.
One button
Yeah.
control, and you actually have time to get out of the way of your enemies, and just all kinds of things that make this a better game than Boris.
Damn it. Keyboard controls are not very good here.
Had one. Had to 34. Play this.
It was worth it.
Well, if you could play good back in the day, I mean, it did have it.
Yeah, Dungeons of Daggerth, that was good enough.
Or Downland. Or Phantom Slayer.
My friend and I played color baseball probably thousands of times.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Especially with 2 players, human players.
That would require you to have a.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
the one.
I was worse off. I had a brother.
Competition.
Oh no, I got too many ghosts now. Ooh, I broke 2200.
Oh, hi, Erico. Hey, Derek.
Alright, I'm gonna call it a night.
Hey, Mark.
All right. Good night.
Ugh. I got 2620 on the card game. Okay.
Pretty pink.
I changed it.
Like Pepto Pink.
I like the pink.
Okay, fine.
Because then
Quick, go back to gray.
Okay. Are you kidding me?
Ah!
how's it going? You're liking the Saturn? Yeah, it's a Japanese white, I guess cream color Saturn. It just happened that that was available to a friend who offered to give me this one, so I got a cream color Saturn. So the Japanese Saturn is basically it'll work with North American stuff. That the only thing is that the power. Ideally, you should switch out the power, I guess, just because it's not a North American voltage, but it's not the
All right. Good night, Joe.
Good night.
All right. Thank you for joining us. And you should join us.
Oh, what? Huh?
Not you.
Nah, the real Ken.
One that in the.
You mean I'm not the only Ken?
Nope, not today. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yes, Ken, and if you consider joining us, you'll be the and there is. Because I think the one that we already have, there are charges pitchfork.
I'm gonna lose my Ken status pretty soon, right?
I don't know what torches. Rising.
Excellent. Mwah. Yeah. Well, let's see. What can I do for next week?
Yes, Ken. If you can pick the CoCo game, there is a position challenge high count.
You mean I'm finally gonna get fired?
Yes, out of a cannon. Oh man, we could keep you.
Oh.
Cannon was still looking for firing.
Somebody still playing?
Are we still playing? I think so.
So,
Just went to grab a bite to eat here.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Probably. Five and a half.
Excited for 5.5 weeks.
Is that a movie?
Oh. What's coming in 5.5?
Oh, well, I can't make it, so I don't think Ken can either.
Nope.
You can blame your president in my case.
But
Well, I'm the same boat. I haven't just no money, no work. So
Yeah, that's actually part of mine too. It's not all about the political side, but part of it's because his tariffs just wiped out a chunk of my, well, equivalent of your 401k. Because he's crashed the stock markets on both sides of the border. So diversifying didn't help me much. Which sucks because the companies and stuff and mutual funds I've got, they would have been doing fine otherwise. There's no fundamental problem with them.
yeah. Well, most towns separate.
The whole country.
Same person. And they're
Yeah. I mean, for me, the whole 51st state thing, that's really beginning to piss me off, especially when Ron posted about it.
I've just been ignoring all of that. So
I'm not, it affects my work, so.
no, it affects mine too. I mean, I haven't had any for months now because of it, but
oh, Ken says that he can take it for you, Ken. A little Ken representation. Well, yes, that's what question it.
Yeah. And now I've got tariffs possibly coming in on the truck I was planning on buying so I could start making more of these shows, so. Oops.
Running out of product. Shipping delays and tariffs.
Yeah. Well, I know Frank's already been nailed with tariffs trying to sell stuff, so his sales are starting to drop off. It's a 25% price increase, basically. And they're getting mad at him as if it's his fault.
Yeah, because I just got a bill for 109 product that wasn't even full product.
Yeah. So anyway, I won't be making it to CoCo Fest this year, and it's like I said, it's two reasons why. Financials, one related to it, and the other one, principle of it all. And I won't be going to VCF Southwest either.
I would come up there and visit y'all, but country.
Well, we are getting our first VCF. Montreal in January, which Frank's actually helping organize.
but it's Montreal in January.
Yeah, that kind of shocked me too. Is like, come on, we don't hate Americans that much. Jeez.
No, you just don't want the Americans to come.
Or the rest of the world. Montreal's really cold place.
Or
in
even
January.
Western Canada, of where Canada is, I don't think he'd want to do it either. They're a little bit spoiled with their weather there. I mean, here where I am, we get colder than Montreal, but that doesn't make the drive there through ice and sleet and snow any easier.
Yeah, but you don't have the humidity that Montreal is, so.
You know, when it gets minus 45, it doesn't really effing matter.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes a difference.
I know, I've been in Toronto when it's minus 28 and like 95% humidity, so I'm familiar with it, but
Yeah.
they barely get to minus 30, so.
Once it hits about minus 10, humidity doesn't matter, and Celsius and Fahrenheit. Yeah, me, January, it's more the time of year.
Yeah, they're still doing the World of Retro, which is, I think, a bit earlier.
Yeah, that's in December. So much better. Toronto in December, Montreal in January.
Well, I don't know if they're like over here, but definitely here, January's worse than December.
Usually here, December's worse than January.
Surprise. Weather's.
I have 4-wheel drive too, but getting to Montreal from here or Toronto from here would be.
Yeah, Toronto's about a 30-hour drive for me. With 10, and you add another 18 to that.
Yep.
And so where are you located?
Who, me?
No, I know where you're.
Oh, the other yeah.
I've known you for a few weeks, maybe months. I know exactly where.
Have you been stalking me?
Maybe. I told you I really need a friend.
Oh, okay.
I have no friends. I was thinking about Curtis, but too busy with work all the time.
Yeah,
And-
I'm just coming out of rush season, so I mean, I have some money saved up, but the worst part with this tariff thing for me is like my truck, I already put the down payment on it, so I've committed. I lose that money if I don't let it go through. 6-month wait on the truck model I'm getting. But I don't have no idea what the tariff's going to do. Is it just going to be like when the truck crosses the border? Is it going to be all the parts going back and forth? Like I have no idea how much it's going to cost me now.
Yeah, the uncertainty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken, one in the chat. Lanier, I would venture to guess. Where I live in Maryland, which is mostly a state, but the county that I live in very red.
You guys are angry?
No, very
Maybe they're red because they have measles. Sorry.
very Trump-y.
Actually, I can't even say anything about the measles. We're having an outbreak here too. So
I think we're having outbreaks everywhere now.
yeah, we've got a fairly high anti-vax rate here after COVID. So broken out. I think every province just got one now. I think Ontario's got like several hundred already.
Yeah, I had a sticker car and I got my car kicked because I'm on a quarter.
Well, at least you don't have a Tesla. It might be lighted on fire or something, or shot at. That's a bit nuts. That's.
Did
Wow.
you see? There is a video that Mark Rober did a little while ago. You know who Mark Rober is?
No, not a clue.
Oh, he does YouTube videos. He's like a NASA guy.
Yeah, I know who wrote Mark. Is he?
I have no idea who it is. But anyway, go on.
Did
Anyways,
one of the best.
He was testing out some of the Tesla, the self-driving mode on it. So he decided to do a test with it to do a Wile E. Coyote with it. So
I read about that. I didn't see it, but yeah, he painted like a backdrop that looked like a road continuing.
painted a
on it.
backdrop, and the
yeah.
Tesla just drove straight through it.
Yeah, I saw.
It's like, oh, I hope that doesn't give anybody ideas. Everybody's going to start painting roads on the side of buildings and stuff. The tunnels.
I don't know. Like, honestly, I like driving. So, I mean, self-driving anything, I don't care if it's a Tesla or not, is not something I'm that interested in. I like driving. Like, that's fun for me.
I don't mind little things like lane assist and stuff like that.
Yeah, the assisting stuff, like the it's kind of like virtual reality versus augmented reality. I prefer the augmented stuff where I can still deal with the outside world instead of locking myself in. Plus, I get motion sickness.
Like lane assistant, when you're reaching for the back for like a pop or something, and you start to swerve into the oncoming traffic, it's nice that your car will stop you from doing that.
That is true.
You people must have some really nice roads.
You're funny.
My ex's car had lane assist, and one time it almost ran me into a barrier, and another time it almost ran me under a semi.
Well, Ken and I have some experience with that, just driving in Chicago normally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And you want to know how good our roads is? Just watch my video from a couple of years ago coming home from CoCo Fest.
Yeah.
GPS goes, you don't need gravel. Here's some dirt.
And now we have to cross the river here on this 2x4 bridge, one lane.
Yep.
As you're driving over it, it's going creak, creak, creak.
Yeah, there's actually, if you go up the Alaska Highway, there's a couple spots like that too. And you watch semis go across that, you're just like, I don't know, is it going to collapse after this one?
Or my favorite is some of the roads in BC that when there's like rock slides or like sides of the mountain will cave away, and all of a sudden they'll be like, oh, this is a blind curve. But if you can't see anybody coming, you have the right of way. If you can see any headlights or anything, don't go, because there's only one lane going around the side of this mountain.
Yeah, there's usually a few of those around Hope every couple of years.
Yep.
Yes. From the underpass is angled at like 60 degrees compared to the roads coming up to it. So you basically coming down the road have get to 100 of the pass. You don't have any sight to the other side. Once you get to 100 feet, you have about a 1 foot wide area where you can. And both sides of it say field right of way.
Now, we have people here in my province that are actually suing the provincial government because they're in charge of our highways in our province. And that's because they've actually wrecked their cars going through potholes. And these aren't like, really low cars like the rich people drive. This is just like trucks and stuff. So that tells you how bad they are here.
Oh, yeah. When I was living in Alberta, I don't think I could take a trip from where I live to Red Deer without getting a crack in my windshield.
Yeah. The problem is here is that the temperatures fluctuate so much it just cracks the pavement. When you go from -40 to +10 in like 2 days, and then it flips back the other way 3 days later after that. I mean, it's just hard on it. It just breaks it apart.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to constantly fill them back in and repave every so many years.
Sounds like problems by the state flowers.
Yeah. It's like Alaska. The state bird is a mosquito. No, you ain't kidding. I've been up there.
Yeah, Ken. I'm actually.
So anyway, yeah, you guys all have fun at the show. We'll have to see if we can set up a video camera that we can chat with you guys or something.
I'll try not to.
I know there's still some of us coming down. I know Bruce Moore and David Craig are both going. They're really committed to it. So,
Frederick, come.
Yeah, I was on the fence at the beginning, but it did look like work was already slowing down in January, and it started late too. Plus, now I've got a thing where the banks, any American check deposits, I have a 15-day business hold on it before it goes through. I don't know why. That has nothing to do with tariffs. That was just the bank being stupid, but It's kind of made, trying to budget something's a bit of a pain. And then now because I've got this truck committed to, and I don't know what the price is going to be now. It's going to be higher than I'd budgeted for. So basically any money I had left over is going to go to that.
Yeah, I remember playing with Liza. It's questionably AI.
Yeah. It's an AI simulator, maybe.
Matter of fact,
There was an OS 9 version and a basic version. I think the OS 9 version was very slightly a newer revision of the original 70s mainframe one. So, actually, I don't know if I even have that on EOU yet. Oh, I'm thinking about it. I'll have to see if I can find it again. Not on EOU. I don't think I found it yet in all my disks. Like I've been going through and I have to test programs because we've done so many changes in Nitrous 9 over the last 35 years that, sometimes things work. Sometimes they need some patching first. Like I'll be putting King's Quest 6 on there this time around, and Wayne Campbell's just trying to get his high score replay thing going on Sokoban, which I want him to rename from being Sokoban 1. It's I don't know what you call Ultimate Sokoban or something, because it's got all the levels from all the countries that ever made it. So there's like way more than any other version out on the planet. It's got all the Japanese, all the North American, all the European.
Sokoban,
Yeah, I thought about that. It just needs a text editor if you want to create your own levels. It's just text files, basically, that it reads and then interprets as graphics. So. And there's a few others that I'm disassembling. I don't think I'll have them ready in time for a release, but I'm going to be doing a bit more patching and speeding up to base CoCo 9, pretty minor stuff this time around. And then Wayne and I are working diligently and trying to get the base CoCo 9 new manual for level 2 out for Nitrous 9, because there's a bunch of new stuff in there. I got a preview of it now, but there's 2 more chapters that are being worked on between the two of us to update, and then we're adding a whole new one on special programming tips and tricks, and then also how to program for multi-views, so you can actually use pull-down menus and mice and stuff like that more easily.
yeah, I think why people aren't knowledgeable in what can and can't do on the surface, it almost looks like Liza's.
It's parsing if-then statements like mad.
Yeah, it's just
Eliza was my only friend as a child.
I was just going to say, actually, that was my friend simulator. That's what that was. I could always beat Eliza at video games, so I felt good, Yeah, it's too bad Bill's not still around, because there's so much stuff going on. Like there's so much stuff I'm supposed to be doing for you. I've got a list of 67 things I wanted to add. I might get 3 or 4 of them done, and then I've got all this new hardware coming out, like Rick's Bio thing and FujiNet, and Henry Strickland's got that other card, the Bonobo one here, and I should be writing drivers for all this stuff, but where do I balance my time? Plus, I'm trying to redo the manuals.
find out what
No, he will not answer the phone. I have no idea what's going on. My only option here is to drive 1 hour to Humboldt and just knock on his door. Well, if he doesn't want to talk to me that bad, I don't know if I want to bother. Because I've tried messaging him, I've tried emailing him. He hasn't been on the Discord in I don't know how long, so.
I will.
No, I'm sure his wife would have said something on Facebook, because she's on there every day, that if something had happened to Bill, and she just did celebrate their anniversary here just not too long ago. Like she kind of called out to Bill type thing, but my only guess at this point is that his work is after his promotion as department manager is just keeping him way too busy. Plus he's got married life and pets and all kinds of stuff too. So maybe he's just too busy and just doesn't have time to have hobbies at this point. But at least he could, send me a message back saying, "No, I don't have time anymore. Sorry."
Yeah.
I'd understand that, because I burned out and stopped for a while too. And the last month I've been busy with work, so I haven't done much myself at all. Like Wayne's done more work on the basic 9 manuals than I have. Occasionally he fires me some questions, but
February. Wait, 6.
Ken Lanier, were you on FidoNet on the CoCo or OS9 Echoes? Because your name does look somewhat familiar. And if you were on BBS back in the 300 baud days, you might have been on some of those too. And if you were, then you might be interested in the April 5th show? We're having the Ribs guys on.
Ribs.
Speaking of Bill, he ran Ribs for a while, and he actually wrote some of the utilities for it, the later version. I just logged into it. I was too busy with being a department manager work myself, so I didn't have time to run a BBS. Yep, mine too. JCat. Innovation JCat.
Really?
Yep.
Mine was sorry 8.
I had a friend of mine who had an acoustic coupler several months before I got my JCat, so I did borrow it a few times.
Yeah, it's modem is
Okay. Yeah, the little 2 buttons. There's a little small thing. Weird connector.
Oh, no.
7-pin or something weird. I can't remember exactly, but
No, it was a regular acoustic. You put
oh, okay. That's different than the JCat I had then.
yeah, I said it's Innovation Cat.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that was a difference.
Yeah.
I just thought I was misremembering the name.
No, the Cat is acoustic. Had 2 switches, Boris 2 power connector.
Okay, in the chat said, yeah, Fido Net Wildcat. So were you on the OS9, OCN, and CoCo Echoes? Because like I said, your name does sound familiar, and I was pretty active on there in the 90s. Oh, even from the late 80s to the 90s. But yeah, we're having Charles West, who wrote Ribs 2.1, and we have Ron Byler, who wrote the original Ribs. Will both be on that show, and Mark Mosley was one of the testers, so he'll be active in the chat of that too. Ken, did you ever do any BBSing on your CoCo?
I did not know.
I ran one for a while. It was based on a heavily modified version of the original Rainboard. There's basically no Rainboard code left in it except the driver. And then I ran the AlphaSoft multi-user BBS for a while until I discovered how expensive it was to have multiple phone lines. No, just my CoCo. Well, my CoCo 1 up until 86, late 86. Then I ran it on CoCo 3, and then I ran it under OS9 level 2 later on.
They're like right before.
Yeah, and I didn't even get on the internet till probably my second year of university, which would have been like 87, 88, somewhere around there.
I got on the 91.
Because I remember getting onto Yahoo and Gopher. There was no World Wide Web yet. And I was just through like a VT100 terminal emulator on the CoCo logged into the university.
And Groff.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I discovered Gopher and Kermit because there was a little file section of the university for various computers. Wasn't very much on it though. But Usenet, which was around, nobody had set that up, or at least had told me about it in the classes I was in, so I didn't even know it existed until I was out of university. So,
You think your parents are pissed about Pistons? Try.
no, I was pissed. I was paying for it myself.
No, I'm saying Ken Lanier.
Oh, sorry.
You think your parents are pissed about long distance? Try 3 international phone calls lasting an hour each.
Yeah, it's like logging into CompuServe from Canada because you get a data pack surcharge of $9 an hour. Then you got the CompuServe surcharge of $10 an hour. So that got expensive.
Yeah, that's
Oh, you were on Genie. That's where Alan Huffman started before he went to Delphi, I think, if I remember correctly.
Well, I think I'm going to call it a night.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna call.
Yeah,
it.
me too.
I've fuck so. End the show here.
And for those of you who want, Chronology Gaming tonight is going to be covering a CoCo game called Tube Frenzy by Aardvark Software. So they're live on Twitch and YouTube starting right about now.
So,
All
thank
right.
you for joining us for another great episode of CoCo Nation Game On Challenge Live. For this week, we played NEURAS and played Torches and Pitchforks.
Boris.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Called Boris. My bad. I just remember all the torches and pitchforks. Join us Saturday when we will be doing the CoCo Nation show at 2 p.m. Eastern time and
11 o'clock real time.
11 o'clock for the people who don't know how to. And also join us for project updates and that. And the high score list for Torches and Chris. See how well you did in the high score challenge. Good talking to you, Ken Land. Join us Saturday for the CoCo Nation. And for those who just can't get enough CoCo goodness, you can also watch CoCo Nation News with L. Curtis Boyle. Join us next Thursday, where we will CoCo Nation Game On Challenge Live. And we will have Ken there of Canadian
Ooh.
Retro.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing him.
It's always great to have life of the party. So join us next Thursday when we will hear Ken say,